Alright, that's recording.
Hello. It's Tuesday,
10th of March.
I was put in prison by the West Australian Government on the 25th of February to the 6th of March 2015. That's 10 days. First at the Geraldton lockup. I was assaulted at the Geraldton Magistrates Court when I used the word Nazism publicly. I was assaulted at the Perth lockup on the 25th of, the 15th of February 2014. I was assaulted at the Geraldton lockup on the 25th of February 2015. I was assaulted at my home, the front of my home, 7 police officers in attendance on the 27th of November 2013. About 50 to 100 government men and women, mostly men, behind my incarceration. Well, first of all, actually, what I would like to say is that I would like to say thank you to the prison officers at Greenough Regional Prison for your goodness and kindness to me. That's the prison officers in Unit 4 and also in reception and at the gate. And I have a public official complaint to make against the security manager of Greenough Regional Prison, Mr. Rust, who berated me over a 2-page fax I sent to the Magistrates Court. And also looks like he stopped my letters, private letters, going out to the public. I sent about 4 private letters to the media, Channel 7, the West Australian newspaper, and 2 to friends. This gentleman, Mr. Troy Ellis, was sent 1 letter, 4-page letter written by me. He didn't receive it. So I'm fairly confident Mr. Rust stopped my mail without any law or any moral reason, more importantly, because this is not about the law, this is about government violence and morality, in a sense.
Control.
Government violence against me is horrendous, and the sheer number of political government men behind all this, jailing me for 10 days, is also horrendous, and the gratuitous waste of public money, gratuitous waste of millions of dollars of public money to hunt me down and persecute me, use violence, and have me jailed for 10 days. They stole over $10,000 from me, they stole all my research equipment, they used violence against me, they used a gratuitous waste of public money, millions of dollars, about at least 50 government men. On the 8th of August they sent 12 government men to the Magistrates Court in Fremantle to try and have me locked up, 4 in suits from the Attorney General's office, Michael Mission, behind all this too, and also from the Sheriff's office. They were in suits, 4 of them, and 8 police officers. All over issues, well, initially, this is all started because I refused to give money to the government because of the corruption against myself and my family and millions of other Australians. So I took a public political stand to not give money to the government, and they proceeded to use violence against me. And also over issues originating from the Local Government Act 1999 in Western Australia, parking fees, parking meters. So every time you put money into a parking meter, I want you to think about me and what they've done to me and hundreds of thousands of Australians across the country, using destructive laws, public funds and resources, government workers. This is the politicians using violent and destructive laws, public resources and government departments and workers to destroy the rights, freedoms and interests of Australian citizens, and using violence. So it's really Nazism, fascism. It's a fascist, they're fascist politicians, all Liberal politicians, Labor politicians, Greens and Nationals. They're fascist, they're violent, they're corrupt and they're evil, and we need to fight to get rid of them. And this proves that they will waste millions of dollars of public money destroying you if you've got a strong voice. Now, this is my Bible, and I say I follow the laws and teachings of the New Testament, and under the laws and teachings of the New Testament, the people behind this will end up in hell. They should be all sacked, and a lot of them should be jailed, including the 2 magistrates concerned in Fremantle, Langdon and Stephen Malley, who I made official government reports. I made official complaints about them, as well as telling the public. And the last 3 days of my incarceration, from the 3rd of March to the 6th of March, the 3rd of March hearing via video link up from Greenough Regional Prison to the Fremantle Magistrates Court. Magistrate Langdon was going to let me go, and then at the last minute she changed her mind and kept me in prison for another 3 days for the Nazi prosecutor to investigate my YouTube videos. So in reality, I was a political prisoner for 10 days because it all originates from a video that I put on my YouTube channel, that I have a right to fight for my rights and my family's rights and the rights of millions of other Australians, and I have a right to my public views through freedom of speech laws and political communication laws applicable to Australian domestic law, International Covenant on Civil Political Rights applicable to Australian domestic law, which the judges and magistrates are ignoring, and the politicians ignoring our human rights under those laws, which proves they're violent, fascist, Nazi politicians and government workers, and the amount of violence they use is not